Hello again, and welcome back to a Pup in the Life. Today, with lots of cats all around and dogs. This is a pretty pet-friendly neighborhood. Good morning. Good morning from a Pup in the Life. In today's episode, after a long series of, I would say, not personal, but like quite in-depth episodes, we get to something that's, you know, inserting itself in mom's life lately, which is the relationship with number ones. Um, you can say many things about number ones. You can say that you don't need to be a number one because, again, number ones are just one single number. So all the others should be number two, number three, number four. Somebody else can say, oh, why don't you conform with number two, three, or four? As Gary says, number 7 at Facebook is way richer than number 1 in most startup companies. No, the thing about it all is about number ones is no matter what you say or what you think, you need to be closest to them as much as you can, especially from a founder standpoint, or if you work in a startup as well, you're running your own thing, you have a project that needs funding, you need inspiration from somebody. I mean, even if you're an artist, you need inspiration from somebody. And the thing is to get them as close as you can without putting yourself in the same shoes of saying, oh, they're never gonna give attention to me because I'm number 345, no, or 3,345. And this is very wrong because it limits what you really can do. But this is not a motivational type of podcast. I just want to share the fact that I have no idea why you humans tend to underestimate how much you can learn from such people. And I'm not talking about just the need of a mentor. We already talked about this, is that sometimes you need to take into consideration and to come to terms that once you were able to get closer to a number one in your field, which I'm sure you know, because if you don't know who the number one, number two, number three, number four in your field is, you're probably not that expert in that same field, and you should probably get yourself educated. It's not a bad idea, huh? But once you get closer to them, or to this people, to this person, you will find out that you're gonna need to take something away from yourself to commit to having a relationship with these people. Sometimes this might mean giving them an equity stake in your company. Sometimes it means even paying for an hour of time with them. This happens, and it's not unethical because everything that is valuable could have a price. And if there's somebody willing to pay that price, it probably is the right price for that person, for that thing, because that's the value attached to it. And so if you haven't found a way to your number one, you probably weren't in the position in the first place to be giving away something. And so in terms of this, Mom recently found a way onto one of those people, actually more than one, but one is actually on the closeout of what we are willing to give up and what this person is willing to give us, his experience mainly. And on all other angles, we are waiting to define things with this person. And on other angles, we are fixing some things in the company, in the product, in how we present ourselves, to just be able to cater best to the number one. And this is another thing that we need to talk about for number ones. It's not just about how much you're willing to give up or what you're willing to give up. Is that the thing that at first you need to give up is your ego. Because once you sit at a table with these people, it's not that they make you feel bad, but in all honesty, you're below. There's nothing else to say. And so, given that you're below, no matter their level of humility, your position is to listen, to let them guide you, and to read between their lines, to read between what they're saying, to read gestures, smiles. And the truth of the matter is that it is so hard for most people to find themselves in the position to say, I need help. Then, even when a number one comes at your door, you don't see it. You don't realize it because it's expensive or whatever. But in truth, the only thing that you can see from the history of companies is that first off, number ones tend to create communities. They tend to be connected to one another. Therefore, if you enter through one, you're probably entering the whole space if you don't fuck it up. The second is you're going to find out that most of them are willing to help for real, not for fake. Because they found out that they were helped in the first place by somebody who believed in them, not because, oh my God, I believe in you. It's like you've shown traction, you've shown credibility, you're willing to give up something to make them help you. Third, of course, there's going to be an incentive for them, and they know the structure very well, at the point to which most of them have a job and then maybe do advisory, they do consultancy, they do all of that, they do maybe social media even, and thought leadership on the side. But they trade their time for that. They usually don't want money, they want something else. And usually, once they don't become business partners, because it happens, it doesn't need to be like that, they call you your friend. They are the ones who call you your friend. Because you are at the same level in terms of human condition, even though they did it way better and way before than you. But it's just a transient condition. And so another piece of advice that I can give you is, that has worked with mom quite a lot. Once you find those number ones, meet them at their level, which is not a technical level of things, because you wouldn't be able to. You meet them first off at a human level, so sharing passions, sharing visions of life. Higher, higher, higher. Whatever you think, go higher. And don't forget to stay low in terms of sharing your emotions. They're there for that too. With boundaries, of course. And on the other hand, find them in something that is probably, yes, what they know, but leads them towards something new. From their job or not. Towards something that is not what they've seen over and over and over. There's this saying that goes, tell me something I don't know. Which is probably one of the most meaningful sayings that we ever heard, because, oh my God, like, so many times you hear of that. And the thing is, you're going to hear from people, oh yeah, that person is so motivated. Oh, they know what they're up to. They have such an energy. They have charisma. Blah, blah, blah. But then in the end, the people who are not surprised are actually the ones that you're trying to put yourself at the same level of. These number one people. That, by the way, I hope that by the end of this podcast, you realize you need. Nobody has ever done it alone. Nobody has overthrown number one without the help of number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 30. But even though as an entrepreneur, and I will always say this, mom always says that you are always alone, no matter what. You can find your number one, who's not gonna come and fix problems for you, but will give you a way of seeing the world that you haven't got before, and it's like unlocking a new level of skills, a new level of challenges. Mamma mia. A new level of things, of shit sometimes even. But listen to me. Wasn't this your first goal at all? Unlocking new levels? Think about this. And since you're here, leave us a 5-star review. We're just 3 people. We're on the road to 10. I know you're out there listening and haven't given us 5 stars on Spotify. For now, hopefully you found number 1 or number 2, 3, whatever. And you're gonna feel inspiration. And you're gonna find yourself. And you're gonna find your way to them. But give up first. Sending you lots of kisses, hugs, and a bit of barks. Bye bye.